Happy Friday, everybody. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing well. I'm a little bit okay. I'm all right. Well, I did my show. I did my show. I'm here early because I wanted to talk to my subs and tell them that I'm very thankful that I have reached 16 subs already. I spoke on a very important, important um, subjects and topics, and I really enjoyed it. So I hope that everybody has a happy Friday today. Today starts the weekend, and hopefully everybody will have a great weekend. My birthday, absolutely yes. On Sunday is my real birthday, which is the 21st, but I'll be celebrating it on uh on August, not on August, on November 3rd. Sorry, people. I was thinking of my sister. Okay, so anyway, guys, so I want to, yeah, update on that because also I'll be doing a live, but it's going to be on this Sunday on my birthday, and can't even lift it up. And it'll probably be like an animal thing. Like, I'll go there and pet some animals. I really love animals. I'm an animal freak. And so here's my little Tara. I've been sick lately, guys. I haven't been feeling well. And so I want to take this opportunity to talk to you, talk to everyone. Sorry, I can't even put my crown on right. But yes, I am a queen. So don't go, guys. That's my dog trying to say hi to you. Ah, Kobe! What are you doing? What are you doing, puppy? What are you doing? No! Kobe, you're so funny. What are you doing, Papa? Look what you're doing. Oh my goodness. Look what you're doing, little guy. Yeah, thank you for the kiss, baby. I love you. I love you too, baby. But please don't kiss me. Ah, on the mouth. I don't like that. Okay, so I know I don't look like a queen right now, and I'm horrible actually. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So I hope that everybody's having a great weekend. Okay, so anyway, like I was saying, it's kind of like a little chart that my friend wants to make for me. Oh, this is so cute. He made it larger. He made my face really large. That was my dog. That was Kobe. He was saying hi to everybody. Right, Papa? Say hi, babes. Say hi. Yeah. Okay. So she wants to do something for me, and I want to give her a shout out. So I want to say thank you, Joyce, for taking the time to really make my birthday special for me, and hopefully we'll get to see the movie Halloween. Actually, it comes out today, but I wasn't feeling well last night. I wasn't feeling well at all, as a matter of fact. And I was doing my live, but when I got off, I wasn't feeling well at all. So I had to drink my medication. And so she's really a very sweet person for doing that and for really taking the time to say happy birthday and for trying to make it as special as possible. And I'm very grateful for her. You guys are probably wondering why I'm here so early at 4 something Las Vegas time, of course, 4:21. Well, I'm here to talk about on a not really on a personal, but I don't understand when people come at you and they think that you're angry at them when you're not even angry at that person. And even if I was angry at that person should understand why I'm actually angry at them. But I'm not going to get into specifics about that. But the point is that have you ever had someone who, comes up and just, says, oh, well, why are you angry at me? When you haven't done anything to that person, like you've been really nice to that person. You've been like a really, and I hate saying nice because in reality, if you really get on my nerves, I will come at you because that's how I am. I can only take so much because I'm human. But don't make me look like I'm the bad person when I hate when dogs kiss me in the mouth. Sorry. When I don't want to respond back to you because you are coming at me in a way that I'm not even doing anything to you. Like if I had a problem with you, and I'm not going to answer to you if you are, not even really literally finding out the reasons why. And this person really knows the reason why I am. And I'm not even angry, is the fact that the person lied. You know what I mean? If you lie and you want to make, some kind of explanation and say, well, look, I'm sorry that you had to find out that way. And then, make excuses for yourself to say, oh, well, it wasn't really a lie. It's just that I was going to tell you, but eventually, you would have known, like, because I was going to tell you eventually. Well, that's not the point. The point is that I found out in a way that I shouldn't have found out. And so to me, that's a lie. Okay, that's a lie. If I find out through somebody and I don't find out through the horse's mouth, or I don't find out through you, and you don't have enough courage to tell me, and I find out through another person and you've been like, keeping that from me, that's a lie. That's a lie. And so, yeah, and I've always said it. I mean, in all my videos, I've always said, I don't like liars, but that's not the point. The point is that, have you had a person who's been angry at you and then they turn it around like as though it was your fault? Okay, so the subject here is of how to handle that kind of situation. Now, there are many ways that you can handle a situation like that and not having to have both of you be angry at each other for a long periods of time, because I am not the kind of person that blows up. Yeah, I'm very voiceful. Like, I may be shy, but I'm also very voiceful in the things that I say. Okay, and I don't like to make scenes. I'm definitely not a person that likes to make scenes outside of my apartment. And if I know that I am going to lose my top or I'm going to lose my temper, I remove myself from that situation. Because back then, I used to be like, when I was really young, around 14, 15, even at the age of 16, I was not the way that I am today. As a matter of fact, I was, like I said, I had a very bad temperament. And so my mother would tell me, she would say, look, Maria, you need to control yourself, because as you get older, you're going to find people that are not very tolerant to your behavior. And so when you are at a work job and you behave in a certain way, your boss is not going to permit that, because what they're going to say is, oh, she's not a person who knows how to control her temper. And so as we get older, we need to learn those things, because when we are in the real world, unfortunately, there are a lot of people who will not tolerate behaviors that you normally would do in your home. Like, okay, you can blow off your top in your home because you are in your home, like this is where you're at and you feel comfortable to doing so. But, like, if you are having a situation where a person is coming at you and you know that you haven't really done anything to that person, and you've been, really supportive of that person, and you've been, really upfront with that person and been nice to that person, and you don't want to actually ruin that kind of relationship with anyone. You don't want to ruin relationships that you've had with people, regardless if it's a male or a female, because you know that, how did you meet them and what kind of qualities did you like about that person? And then all of a sudden, we are getting to know each other on a very friendly level, or regardless if it's a friendly or in a relationship, you don't want to leave any kind of animosity, you don't want to leave that behind, and I'm the kind of person, I like to be liked, but I know that a lot of people do not like me, and that's okay as long as you freaking leave me alone, and are not coming at me like I'm stupid and I don't know what I'm saying, or I don't also want to be walked on to be thinking that, okay, she's not confrontational. I'm not scared of confrontational, but I like to confront people, not in public. You know what not that I am, I do not confront people in public, okay? But if you push my buttons where I have to confront you, then I will. And a lot of people use that, like, okay, I'm gonna press her buttons to see how far I can go with this, because sometimes people don't like you and they will fuck you up and make you look like you're the bad guy. And I've had that done to me a long time ago, and lots of times. And so this is where you have to, you know, remove yourself from a situation where they're going to turn it around against you, and they're going to make you look like you're the blame to whatever happened. You know what I mean? And so always try to remove yourself from a situation where you know it's going to either one, blow up in your face, or two, it's going to make you look like you're the bad guy. Never let anyone, and I don't care if I'm here and saying that, and regardless if that person is looking or not, I really don't care. Never let a person get to you to a point where, you know, they want to make you look bad. Okay? Self-control is something that is learned. Some people actually have to learn self-control. I learned the hard way. And while I was very young, I learned the hard way that you must have self-control. You know, that's why they have anger management, where you have to manage your anger. And so, you know, you have to learn self-control, because self-control is part of, you know, of how you interact with other people, and how you actually interact with other people, and how you come off to other people. Some people are not, they don't like to be attacked, or they don't like to be put in a corner, or they don't like to be, you know, accused, or they don't like to be, you know, like me, that I don't like to confront people, because I feel that relationships, whether business or personal, each, you know, like each problem that we have, if it's business, then we should do it in a business like manner. And if it's, you know, in a personal, then we should deal with it in a personal level. Now, but however, we should always keep it at a point where we're not insulting each other. And if we know that we're going to insult each other, and we know that we're going to offend that person, then we need to not, you know, like sometimes you can express it to another friend, like, oh, you know, like, I don't like that. I don't like the way that person is behaving, or I don't like the way the person is treating me, you know, and it's not because you hate that person. You know, it's not because of that. It's because maybe at the moment, at that time, you don't want to confront that person. You know, for the person that they know who they are, I hold that person in a very high respect. I respect that person's career, and I respect that person's I respect that person's opinion, and I respect that person as a person. Regardless if it's a male or a female, I respect that person as a person. No one, not even I am not a perfect person, but we always should try to solve matters that eventually, if cannot be solved, then, we should be at a distance where one has to calm down, because in reality, it wasn't that other person that was, they were upset, and they approached it, and they approached it to me, but I felt like I could have lost my control. You know what I mean? And so I stepped behind and I said, you have to remove yourself from this. You have to remove yourself from what's happening right now and not let it affect the relationship that you have with that person. You learn in life that you cannot always burn bridges, and that some things are solvable and some things are not. Some people may like you and some people may not like you, and that's just the way it is. You know what I mean? For one, I don't like to hold grudges. I think that, and I'm going to be honest with you, I think that I only hate one person. I shouldn't really say that I hate that person, but in truth, I really don't like this person, and they don't even live here. Okay, so it's none of the people that live here in Las Vegas. Okay, but the fact of the matter is that you don't want to, destroy relationships, and sometimes it's out of your hand. Sometimes it really is out of your hands. Sometimes that person, just like they don't like you anymore. You know what I mean? They just don't like you. And you have to accept that. Not, I like the person, I like that person, but, you can only take so many shit and just let it go by, and then, make it seem like it's okay. No, it's not okay. And it's hurtful, because we always think that it's okay for people to do certain things to us and let it go. And it's not okay. And we also have to learn that regardless if you think that you're going to make that person angry and that person not ever talk to you ever again, then so be it. Because each and every one of us has a way of thinking. Each and every one of us has a way of being. And so that's just the way it is. Unfortunately, we either are going to let that relationship flourish, and they're going to accept either what they did to you, or just in general not accept it and just move on. You know what I mean? But we have to make it so that we feel good about ourselves, and not that that person has power over you to think that they can do whatever they want, because there's some people that are like that. Okay, we all do things, and sometimes we don't know that we do them, and it's unconsciously, and you don't mean it. But then there are some things that people say to you, and then their actions totally are different from what they are saying. And so a lot of things come into that maybe you shouldn't be saying things that entirely you don't mean, and it's okay. I mean, it's okay. I mean, I'm literally saying to people that, who's ever listening to me, try to really concentrate more on trying to build meaningful relationships, but try to take it at a slow, like don't try to, don't try to make things like complicated for you and that other person. Coming out and just saying, why are you angry at me? And then you make it like, I don't know why you're angry at me. But in truth, you really do deep down inside know why that person is angry at you. They just want to hear it from either you, or they want to, make an argument of it. I don't mind that you're making an argument of it, because I to confront you, why should I be scared to confront you about something that you lied about? I didn't lie to you. I wasn't disloyal to you, nor was I dishonest to you, nor have I ever been a bad friend to you. Okay? But, and I have to say it this way and phrase it this way, because I feel that, if you are a friend, then it should remain that way. A friend, but in this case, I am not afraid to confront you on any level, nor I am afraid regardless if you are a male or a female, because first of all, I will not stoop to a level where I feel that me as a woman or as a person or as a friend will jeopardize me. Okay? Second, I am not scared of anyone. And I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not even scared of the devil. And if you want to leave, my subscribers want to leave and they don't want to hear this, this is the kind of person that I am. I don't fear anything. I've been through a lot of stuff in my life to be fearing anyone or anything. I do believe I am an authentic person, and I wish that people would treat me as such. But if you cannot respect my opinion and the way that I feel, then I don't think that we should be friends. That's all it is. And yeah, there's some things that are solvable. Like you can solve a problem and you can solve arguments and you can solve, why that person was dishonest to you or lied to you, or, why certain things they did to you that was uncomfortable to you. And you felt like betrayed because of it. You know what I mean? And if you don't want to be my friend, just say, look, I don't think that our friendship really is very healthy, or I don't think that I want to be your friend. Like, I'm not the kind of friend, you're not the kind of friend that I'm looking for. And that's okay too. Like, we are here only for a little amount of time. I'm not going to waste my time, and I'm serious about it. I'm not going to waste my time trying to convince you or any other person of how I am. Nor am I going to waste my time trying to fit in to the way you want me to be. Because I can look all nines to the nines and you still will not be satisfied regardless. And there are some people that are like that. Look, there are some people that have cliques that they don't want you to be in that certain clique. There are some people that have other friends that they want to hang around with, yet they're your friends, and that's okay. You know what I mean? I have friends who have friends who go out with each other and they don't invite me, but I don't get pissed off. I don't get pissed off because I may not be to their liking. I may not be the person that they want that other person to see. I have had, my friends have other friends that maybe they don't like me, or they say, well, they question why they're hanging around with me. And I can understand that. I'm not rich. I don't have any money. I don't have a car. And everybody knows here, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm not ashamed I'm not ashamed to be the person that I am, and neither should you. Neither should you. No one should be afraid to be who they are and show who they are. because you are who you are. But neither should you be scared to confront another person simply regardless if they're male or female, regardless if they, you have a differences, or let's just say regardless that, okay, we are of different cultures. Why should I be scared of you? I should only be fearing of God. I think that I should be fearing more of God than of the person that's right beside me. Yeah, we have people that are crazy and they'll take a shotgun and shoot you. But then again, I say this: I'm not the first nor the last. And I'm not going to be the first nor the last to die. And we all have to die of something. But me to be afraid because you confront me? No, I'm not afraid. What I am, though, is that I'm not going to confront you and you are all hot and all, like hot in the collar. And then, then we really have to get down and dirty. And I am going to say something. I have a very, very sharp tongue. And so I'd rather step back and just say, look, I don't want to deal with this person. I don't want to have anything to do with this person. Or I just, at this very moment, I don't think that this person and I should be talking to each other at this time. But to actually just say to that person, why are you pissed off? Why are you mad, or this or that? And them knowing why. I don't think that I have to explain why. And we don't need to explain anything to anyone. And in reality, if you don't want to explain it, you don't have to explain absolutely anything on both sides. You know what I mean? But if you're going to start being disloyal or dishonest or lie, then relationships are not based on that, and friendships are not based on that. But if you see it that way, that it's, that you feel comfortable that way, then that's okay. I'm really actually a very laid back person, regardless of what people may think of me. I actually am not a person I don't enforce, or I do not force people to change the way that they are. But you are not going to, and not do, and no one should ever have to do, is that no one should force anything upon you. Like, you are who you are, and if you want to be right, that is your right. Like, if you want to, come at me and say, well, I'm right, and you want to have the last word and say, oh, well, I don't think that, you should act like that, or I don't think that what you said to me was right, and what I have to say is right. No. What you have to say, you say it, and don't be like self-righteous and think that you are always right. No, you're not. I'm not always right. I'm not always right. But to be very self-righteous about it and say, well, I have to have the last word, and unless I don't have it, I will do what I have to get the last word so that this person sees that I'm right. Well, no. I'm the wrong person you want to mess with. I'm telling you, I don't give that kind of leeway to anyone. We leave it at that. It's okay. If you feel that you are right, that is your right. Everyone has a truth. If I see my truth in my eyes, the way I see it, then that's okay. If you see your truth in the way you see it, that's okay, because it's your truth. And I don't see your truth in your angle or in your vision or whatever. I don't see it. But what I do, I see what I see, and I believe it to be true. Now, you can give me a whole explanation of how you think it's true, and I'll take it and I'll analyze it and I'll think about it, but it doesn't mean that it's true, okay? And it doesn't mean that you have to be self-righteous about it and have the last word, because No, we should understand how each other are, and how if you feel that I wasn't right, then I should rethink of what I did wrong. And if I really want to fix it, if that relationship or that friendship is even worth fixing. Sometimes people don't feel that relationships or friendships are worth fixing because they're comfortable of having the friends that they have, and they feel they have a lot of friends, so you are less one fucking friend to have. It's just that simple. I mean, you don't have to be intelligent. I mean, some people just don't care, and they say, I really don't care about this person. And I don't give a shit, regardless of what she says, regardless of what she has, her opinion. Doesn't matter to me because I have other friends and I know that they can back me up. Or, I know that this friend is really doesn't have the same ideas, doesn't have the same ideas that I have. So why am I hanging out with her? Because she's not my type. I don't care, and I don't care to make that friendship grow. And that's okay. Believe me, that is okay. I'm telling you, I am the most okay person. I will not force people to be with me if they don't want to be with me. I do not force people my opinions upon others. And I don't try to do that. And if I do, then I need to analyze why I'm doing that, you know? And not everyone has the same opinion. There are friends who don't agree upon how the other person thinks. They may have a totally different opinion and view about things, but still remain friends, and they respect each other. They really do. They respect each other. So I respect each and every one of my friends. What I won't have is somebody saying to me what I feel is right or what is wrong or how I view things, or that they want to make it like they are right and I am wrong. And besides, it's not really a right or wrong situation. It really is, I don't feel that that person is truthful to me. And that's all it is. They're not truthful. And so why are you going to try to explain something that was already said? First of all, it was said, I saw it. And some people may think, well, you saw wrong and you really didn't see it the way that it is. And okay, that's okay too. But you know what? I saw it to be that way. And so the thing is that if you really have someone who is really confrontational, a person who really is really a really self-righteous person and is not willing to, first of all, to compromise or, compromise, because, okay, you might be right or they might be right, and then you have to settle it, and compromise and say to yourself or say to that person, well, okay, this will not happen again, but you have to understand that my way of thinking or what happened was not intentional, or I will try not to do it in front of you, because you can do something again, but you don't necessarily have to have that person that you have disrespected or that person doesn't like, you don't do it in front of them. Like, really, like, just some things that you should just, if that person doesn't like it, should try to avoid. And so that's all I'm saying is that, all of us are different. We have dislikes and we have likes, but to say and to actually say, well, you were wrong, I was right. What you saw was just something in the figment of your imagination, and you just imagined it. It was just not real, or, or oops, I was with you, but whatever. I didn't care, or that's the kind of attitude that some people have. Like, I was with you, and then I thought that by revealing this, it wouldn't hurt you, and no, it did. I felt very hurt. And if, like, put yourself in that person's shoes, or try to think this way. If I had done it to you, would you feel hurt? The chances are of that ever happening are very slim. You know what I mean? There's some people who are really self-confident about themselves, and they feel like, if you did it to me, I wouldn't give two shits because I just move on. And that's the mentality of some people. Like, some people will have the mentality of, I really don't give a damn what you do to me. I'll just move on because you did it. That's it. It's bye, and move along. Well, guess what? I feel that I should have that same actions as well. Like, if you did something to me and I am really caring about you, and I take the time to at least respond and listen, or, take the time to really try to make things and mend it, and just remove myself because I care enough of that friendship, and yet you don't give a fuck, then why are we even talking to each other? Because all it takes is just one button to delete the friendship. So all it takes is just one fucking button to delete the friendship. Now, but don't expect, though, that because you delete me from your friendship list, that I'm going to come back and say, well, oh, look, man, I really didn't want this to end like this, or, I'm not going to come up to you and actually ask you for the friendship again, because it didn't matter to you. It didn't matter to you what you did to me, but yet you're angry at me for you doing something that you did, and for you to pretend that it never happened. That's what kills it, because you really should be more conscientious of other people's feelings, and not do things that later, I'm not going to regret it because I didn't do anything to you, but you may regret it, or you may not regret it. You may just say, well, shit, probably I'm used to doing shit like that to other people, and they don't really care. They just move on. I mean, there are actually people who are like that, like, you do something to them, they forgive you, they give you another chance, and you continue to do the same thing over and over again to the same person because you feel that it's your right to do that. Well, I'm not like that. Okay, I'm not like, I can give chances, but you have to make an adjustment on not to do it to me again. Because if I'm not doing anything to you and you're maliciously doing something behind my back, or you're talking bad about me or whatever, that's just an example. I haven't said that anyone is talking behind my back, but if like, just for example, if I find out from the other person that you've been talking about me, and you weren't truthful, and you said to me, well, look, I don't really like you. I don't like the way you're acting, or I don't like the way that you are, and I just want to move on, and I don't want to have a friendship or any kind of communication with you, then shit, that's fine. Just go ahead and do it. But the fact is that no one should confront anyone. And if you are going to confront me, actually back up the shit that you're going to confront me about. And don't ask me why I'm pissed off. Just, like, okay, and I'm not just saying it in regards to me. I'm saying it to everyone. Like, actually have someone to actually back up to why they're confronting you. And not always on punches level. Like, people like to punch, and they think that confrontation means like to punch people. I'm not that kind of a person. Unless you punch me, I'll punch you back. I mean, I'm not God, and I'm not Jesus. I don't turn the other cheek around. If you're going to hit me, I'll hit you back, because I've been through that enough. But if you don't want to be my friend, I mean, I've Before I met you, I was alone. You understand? If I have built friendships, it's because I care about my friends. I care what they think. I care that, where they're at and what level they are. I care about their success. I never want anyone to feel like, oh, she's, or, she's envious or me. Yo, to me, you can have 1,000 million friends. I'm not going to be jealous of your success. As a matter of fact, I want to be and stand behind you on your successes. But if you're going to be an asshole, and you are going to be like the kind of person that you're going to be thinking bad about me, you're going to be thinking bad about me, then move along, man. I don't need, I don't need that negativity in my life. I'm alone. I have, remained alone. I have survived alone. And thank God I have maintained myself alone. And dude, what is so funny? What is so funny? What is so funny? Like, okay, I look funny. I know what I'm saying. Like, yeah, that to me is like, well, then, like you can't, you know, you think that I'm going to die because you leave me or because you don't want to be my friend? You know how many people are out there that I need to know, that I can possibly make friends with and, just make friends with and be happy. And, you could be happy too with whoever you want to be happy with because that's just life. If I died tomorrow, you would still have to make friends with people, and you're still going to live and you're still going to live your life. If I die today or tomorrow, you still have to continue on living. So it's just the same thing. Like if you press and delete a damn button and say, well, look, I don't want to be your friend anymore. I don't want to have anything to do with you. Then all it takes is just a freaking button to do so. You don't need to be with me. You don't need to buy my love, my friendship, because, hey, I am the real thing. But if you're going to start acting like an asshole with me, like a real asshole, then I don't really want to deal with you because of that, because you're acting like an asshole. And I don't feel like I have to deny or deprive myself from telling that person that. You understand? I don't think that I have to deprive, nor anyone should deprive themselves of getting to know other people. And then you have a friend that doesn't want you to make friends or be friends with others, this is not the situation that's happening or that's happening to me. Like personally, I have great friends and I want to maintain that friendship because they're that great. They have helped me through a lot of difficult times. And you want to know something? I don't have friends back in the East. I don't have friends in New York. I really don't. And I can only count like one or two that I do have, but we are not on a how would I say, on a confidential level. We just friends like hi and bye. Like I can, hi and bye. And if we talk, we'll talk. But, I've seen my high school friends, you know what I mean? And I still maintain acquaintances that I've known for years. You know what I mean? But I always try not to burn bridges. But hey, you don't want to be, you know something, just because I look the way that I look, you don't want to burn bridges with me either. I see it that way. Yeah. Like I actually say that. Yeah. Like I shouldn't say, oh, I don't want to burn bridges with anyone. Well, guess what? Maybe you don't want to burn bridges with me. You know what I mean? You don't want to burn bridges with me because you don't know if maybe in the future you may need me. Maybe you won't need me ever in the future. I hope you never have to need me in the future. I hope never you have to need me in the future. But you may not want to burn bridges with me either, Like I don't want to burn bridges. Maybe you don't want to burn bridges with me either, Because I'm going to be honest with you. You can find 1,000,000 and 1,000 friendships out there, but what you will not find is somebody loyal. You can find like 1 in 1,000,000 or 2 or maybe 3 that will actually are loyal to you. But try not to abuse the loyalty that you have with that person, because sometimes that person can get sick and that person can get tired, and then they don't want to be loyal to you because you have abused that friendship and that loyalty. So try not to abuse. I try not to abuse and I said I try, not that I do, I try. Because what seems as something that you feel comfortable with, like you feel comfortable, you should never feel comfortable with people that are loyal to you and you feel like you can walk all over them. No, you cannot walk all over people who are loyal to you. And just like I feel like I should never walk on anyone because they're loyal and they're giving them their time to me. Everybody's time is a precious time, and no one's time should be wasted. We are now in a day, or in a society, or even in a generation, or even in an era where people are less tolerable of others' behaviors. And so when we start acting like we are the center of everyone's attention, well, guess what? You're not the center of everyone's attention, because I like to put my attentions to my friends, but yet I have other friends that I want to dedicate attention to as well. But also, I also want my friends to know that I am grateful and always will be grateful for the things that they have done for me. And so I try to reciprocate to the ability that I can. But if I'm not a person that you want to hang out with, or a person that you know that you don't want to have friendship with, that's okay. But I can also speak my truth. I can also speak my honesty, and not having to feel like I'm hurting another person. You understand? Because sometimes we need to speak our truth, and we need to speak up, and we need to speak how we feel. But the solution always, like I said, like the solution really is here. It's not about me really, because I always put myself into things that I feel like I can help others with. And sometimes we have a difficult time with people that may not agree on the things that we say or we do. And sometimes for us not to lose friendships, sometimes we have to, step aside and just let that person be, because regardless if they come back to you or not, it really is up to them if they want to remain friends with you or not. But it's always best never to confront anyone who is very angry at you. If they are angry enough, they may not want to see you again, and that's okay. We all have to move along. You know what I mean? We all have to move, and we have to accept what has happened. You understand? But like I said, solutions are that if you are the kind of person that feels like you are self-righteous and you have a friend who is like that, well, maybe you should really try to not confront that person, but also try not to argue with somebody who is self-righteous and thinks that they're always right when they don't ever give you the right of way. Okay, and they may not give you that right. Okay, but we should always be and accept that person for who they are. And if you cannot, then you need to separate yourself from that person, because obviously that person does not care enough to hear your opinion, or actually is not listening to what you're saying. Like you're all listening to that person or have listened to that person, and then they're not really concerned in what you have to say. That could be the issue too, but always try never to confront someone who is angry at you, but also try not to let someone walk all over you. Each and every one of us has an opinion, and we all are not going to agree on the opinions that your friends have. And also by that, I mean that, you may not agree that that person has another friend that you may not like. Well, guess what? They're not there for you to like them. And if you don't like that person that your friend is hanging out with, but they are digging that person and they really like that person, then, maybe you shouldn't hang out when they are hanging out with that person. But that, that's a whole different thing, like I said before. But sometimes try not to step all over a person who's showing your loyalty, and maybe they are sick and tired of showing their loyalty while you're not really all backing them up. You know what I mean? And it's okay too, because people are not always going to be there to, back you up. And then that's okay. I can survive, man. I've survived a lot of stuff in my life. It's just the way it is. I am very adaptable to any kind of environment. What I'm not adaptable is to people lying to me. I'm not adaptable to that. And how many lies has that person said to you? And they try to make it like it's not a lie. Like, it's not a lie. You're imagining it or whatever it is. So yeah, enough of the talk. So anyway, I'm going to have my birthday coming up. My real birthday is on October 21st. And so, like I said before, I have to give thanks to several people who really have made my life and my subscribers really. I am so happy for my subscribers. I am also very happy to know that a lot of people have tuned into Live with Maria. I thought that, a lot of people wouldn't, but I'm trying to do my best for people to come into my show. And pretty soon, things will be working out. Maybe I'm not this time because I'm trying to establish a place so that I can do my live. And I know that a lot of people may think, well, why doesn't she do it there? Like the same way I'm doing it here. Well, I have to keep on recharging my phone all the time, and I want a different feel for the show and not always the same one. So if it's taking time, it's sometimes the best. And I'm not rushing it. Like I said, I want to make things good for my viewers, and I want to make good content. The vlogging will continue. Like, when I go out to my little birthday bash, you guys will be there live. If you didn't come, well, I'm gonna bring you along with me. And you don't need a freaking invitation. I'm inviting you, so it's gonna be live. And guess what? It's gonna be a good birthday, a very good one. It doesn't matter if it's a small, intimate one or if it's a big one and we all have fun. Okay, I'm gonna invite everyone. Everyone is invited to my birthday party. Everyone is invited. So Libras, a big shout out to all my Libra teammates or my team, Libra team. Happy birthday to anyone who has a birthday today, especially my beautiful niece. My beautiful niece, I have many nieces, but I have one who has a birthday today, and her name is Arioska. Arioska Almanzar. So happy birthday to my baby girl. I wish you the best birthday ever. I give you a big kiss, and Titi loves you very much, even though she sometimes gets angry at me because I don't respond to her fast enough. But I love her anyway. It doesn't matter. And then, I have people who have birthdays today that are on Facebook. And so I would like to give a big shout out to people on Facebook who have a birthday today. Anyone who wants to go to my birthday bash, remember, it will be at the Fiesta Rancho inside Cabo Lounge at 8:30 to 12:30 a.m. We will have Lamar LeWarren and the very beautiful and talented songstress Robin Smith, and they will be at the Cabo Lounge inside the Fiesta Rancho, and they actually are a duet. So they bring to life old school music. Okay, so if you are 80s or 90s kind of person and love the old school music, well, come to my birthday because we're going to be having a lot of fun. And there will be special drinks. Okay, so everyone, I said that I will be having an update on the lymphoma light walk. That's what it's called, light walk. And that will be on November 3rd. I am not sure where it's at, but I'm gonna probably, do this live again. Hopefully, I can do it at 4 o'clock tomorrow. Okay, and this is for victims who have cancer or going through cancer or chemotherapy or have lymphoma or any kind of cancer. And we are here to fight for the cure and also to fight also on the fact of products having chemicals or chemicals. I say chemicals that causes cancer, and that we should also fight that because many of the things that we intake inside our body could be very unhealthy for us and cause cancer. Many of the products that are out there that that are products that companies sell sometimes are very, very unhealthy for us. And it could actually be very dangerous to our health and sometimes cause cancer. And so we have to stop from selling those products because many people have become sick and many people have died because of it. So we should really try to be on this walk of light, and support cancer survivors and also support people who are going through it or who are in remission. So please stay tuned for that, and also stay tuned for on November 3rd. Please invite yourself. Don't worry about coming in with any kind of presents. Just come in and let's party and let's have a good time on my birthday, which will be on November 3rd of 2018 at Fiesta Rancho inside the Cabo Lounge, and it will be at 8:30 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. I hope to see everybody there too, and thank you to Joy Love Social Media. She will be the host of the birthday bash. If you need to RSVP, please do it on her page. You will see my picture there, and she is Joy Love Social Media, and you will see her, of course, on Facebook or on Instagram. Please follow her and follow her events. Also, I would like to give a big shout out to all my subscribers. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. I don't care how many it is, whether it's one, whether it's zero, whether it's nobody, or whether it's the whole 15. I thank you so very much. 15, 16, I should say. I'm on my 16th. So I thank everyone I thank Susan Thomas. I thank Rodolfo Santiago, and I thank Meg. And I also thank Jules. And I also thank, I think his name was Gamer, Lord Gamer or something like that. I thank him too because he was smiling and giving a happy face. Thank you. And also, what else? Let me give a big shout out to several people. Okay, let me see if I can give a shout out to Amy Amico, Deborah, my bestie, Deborah Barnes. Give a big shout out to Lavender, and give a big shout out to Robin Smith, and big shout out to Lamar Warren. Big shout out to Tavale. Big shout out to Sharon Cake. Sharon Cake. She takes care of my puppies. Big shout out to my very beautiful queen, Pooh Bear, and to Shadow and to Little Shits. And also a big shout out to my mother, to my sister, to my niece and my nephew, Evan and Ashley, and to my very beautiful grandniece, Leah. Who else? Who else? Who else? To my aunt Angela and all of my family back in New York City. Thank you so very much. And also to the very talented and the very, of course, a very talented Vegas entertainer, number one entertainer in Vegas, or one of the best entertainers in Vegas, to Kevon Tyree. Of course, he is going to have he's having his show with Maria Social Media and with Maria Pereza, Maria socialmedia.com, I think it is. I keep on forgetting, but uh, her page is socialmedia.com. She has a website, and she also I'm giving a shout out to her show, and of course, musician loves honey. Of course, Kevon is there on that show with Maria Pereza and of course Kevon Tyree. Make sure you watch it. And also, I want to give a big shout out to a very special lady, Jessica Mangione. I heard from her this morning. I saw her live and she's doing very well. She's actually at a Carnival cruise thing, and she's, her singing career is, of course, amazing. And I would like to give her a big shout out, and hopefully we will see her soon. I hope that she comes back to Vegas real soon. Also, I want to give a big shout out to a lady that she's a very sweet lady, and her name is Teresa Mays, Mays, and I want to give a big shout out especially to her. Thank you. And well, I think that's it for now. I hope that everybody has a great weekend, and I love everyone. So please take care. Remember me with my tiara. Love everyone. Take care. Have a great weekend. And remember to follow me here on YouTube, Mawipa Social Media. Okay. And you can also see me on Facebook, on Instagram, and of course here on YouTube. Everyone have a great weekend. Take care and bye. See you soon. Bye.